Shalom, shalom. Call halal Yahweh Hashem Abishai Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to my fellow laborers, my Akim, that do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. All right. To the hopefully elect out there, the confusion of face Akim and the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you I say shalom. This is a video that the brother, I forget the name of his channel, I think it's Yahweh Shai Cometh. He put up, and the brother was on point. Although I must admit, I'm a little bit on the fence with this chick. I'm not 100% sure if she's an Edomite or not. Simply for the fact that she, what the hell's going on? Damn devil. Look at that. And the reason I say that is because her spirit is one. She's showing characteristics in her behavior that's unlike an Edomite. Now whether she is or she isn't is neither here nor there, because we are scattered among the heathen, and some of our people are going to look like her. But I have to admit, I've never seen in almost 11 years of doing this work, or knowing who I am in 10 years of doing this work. I've never seen an Edomite woman who put up channels and read the Bible, admit she's there an Edomite, and admit that, that all the things that are going to happen to Edom, what we're saying is true, and then cover her head. I've checked out her page, and she's got multiple videos up with her head covered, and you got Israelite women that we know are Israelites that won't do that. So, that's all I'm saying. But, that's neither here nor there. That's just an opinion. That's not, whether she is or she isn't. But her crying and complaining about what's going to happen to her people, and she's angry. And the scriptures does say that they would complain of ungodly fathers. As a matter of fact, let me go to Job, the 19th chapter, and I'm going to read the 10th verse, and it reads, "And his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods." And that's like the goodwill, the Catholic charities. I was just watching the news yesterday morning when I was training my imposter client. What I mean by imposter, go read Zechariah 9:6. But there was a baseball player from Chicago who's, spending his money doing charities all in the hood with Jake at their schools, fixing up their schools, And so the scripture said, it prophesied they would do that, because some of them deep down, they do feel guilt, man, because they know what they've done and how they've lived as a result of it has been wrong. I'm just trying to adjust this camera. There we go. A lot of them know that, that what they've done and how they've been living is wrong. That's what was happening. The piece of paper was actually touching the screen, affecting it. Salakia. I don't know what the hell that was. All right, but yeah, a lot of them are very well aware of what they've done, and some of them, do feel guilty as a result of it. All right, so let's hear about a little bit what she has to say, because the name of this brother's video is "Edomite Tears Mean Nothing to Yahweh, to the Lord," and this is true. They don't. It clearly tells you in Hebrews 12, 16, and 17, that he. You know what? Let me just read it instead of butchering it. Let's just read it. This is Hebrews 12, verse 16 and 17. It says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward he would have inherited the blessing. He was rejected and found no place of repentance. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears." All right, so she probably was learning under bubble eyes, and I'm not gonna call him Elder Rakah or anything like that. He's just Rakah. Because he's not an elder. He's a false prophet misleading the sheep, you know, and giving, you know, false hope to these Edomites just to get their money, man. He's set up anyway. That guy is. He's totally set up, man. All right. Oh, that light's in her background. I thought it was mine. All right. So let's hear a little bit of what she has to say.
As an inheritance from his father, Esau sold. And he's realizing that you can't get it back, man.
Sounds like he just read what I read.
That's why you mad, bro. But anyway, let's play part of this video, and I got one more verse, and I'm going to get out of here.
With the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Y'all hear that? Like, for real. Esau was so butthurt and such a bitch.
You see her mannerisms? That's not the mannerisms of a nigga of an Edomite woman, I would say. She definitely has the mannerisms of a nigga woman. She does. I'm just saying. Don't know if she is or if she isn't. She could have grew up around them, picked up their habits. You know, that's not the lesson. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm kind of on the fence with her.
I mean, hateful, whatever you want to call it. But he done pass that shit down to me.
Hey, and the brother's righteous though. Hey, he righteous because it does say we're gonna laugh at their calamity, because they made fun. Hey, look, they destroyed our people with the devastating, you know, destruction, and they made postcards of it. I did a video. They went back in my archives and they put a age restriction on the video that I did, you know, about 3 years ago. You know, when I did a couple videos using the Without Sanctuary book. All right. And you can see them smiling and laughing and having a good old time, and thousands of Edomites gathering around with their wives and their children to destroy the suffering of Jacob, man. To witness it. All right. So, you know, the brothers righteous. It said we will laugh at their calamity. And we are.
Somebody who loves Israel. Always wanted to be part of Israel, like that right there.
And see, that's what makes me angry. You got, now let's say she is an Edomite and she's not a confusion of face. That she really is an Edomite. You got Edomites that seek, and the heathens want to be us so bad. Why do you think you got these people running around calling themselves Jewish? But yeah, our people want to be black. You know? And you try to tell them, look, the sides of the screen is black. Her head wrap is black. No one's skin is that color. You have her, she's kind of pinkish red. All right? And then you and that's exactly what so-called white people are. They're pinkish red, flesh colored red, because their blood shows forth through their skin. And then everyone else on the planet is a different shade of brown. Whether you're an Elamite, you know, when you go back to, when you look at the old images of the people, I've been to Asia, man. And there's a lot of brown people over there, man. In Japan, in Thailand, Cambodia, Indonesia. Those are brown people, man. Different shades of brown. Some of them are darker than Negroes, man. But they're not called black, though. You got people in East Indians that are darker than some Africans, but they're not called black. That's a social construct which was created, white and black. Is a social construct which was created in 1681 mainly, for at least for the white part, okay, to control the narrative. A social construct to control the narrative. And Esau's been ducking and dodging, being Esau for generations. And as you can see on the screen, this woman here clearly is aware who Esau is. You know? And she very well may be one. All right? And this is why she's crying. This is Job 20:11. It says, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, All right. And so they hid it, and now it's all being revealed. And the sins of their youth, all the wickedness that they did to the Israelites, and not only to the Israelites, to the other nations and to the earth itself. They destroyed the Lord's works, man. And the scriptures clearly say he will destroy those who destroy the earth, man. All right. If you brothers want to go and watch this video, it's actually called Israelite and Edom families, how close we could have been. All right. My Israelite and Edomite families, how close we could have been. And she's claiming both families too, man. So, truth be said, hey, Esau Edom is our closest relative, man. Then I know them Black Power people losing their mind right about now, but the closest relative to the so-called black man, and brown people, that is, to the tribes, is the pale, red, pinkish Edomites. They're actually our brothers. They're our closest relative on this planet, man. And they're completely opposite us because they were cursed with that lack of melanin, man. That was a curse that was put upon them. All right, and and like she said, and they're really butthurt about it. Let me go to another video that the elder Yashawamba put up, and it's called Esau is Failing, and it highlights the cult of white genocide video that some butthurt Edomite put up. Let's see if it pops up. Wow, that wasn't what I was looking for, but that's beautiful though. That matter of fact, that might be one of my videos.
All right, shalom.
Okay, well it's not. It's
first and foremost, I want to give all praises, all glory, and all honor be unto
Kapataza.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. I want to say salutations to the hopefully elect out there pushing this word in truth, sincerity, and indeed. And it's like, hey man, you brothers can see, man. All right. The new face of fentanyl addiction, man. All right, see this opioid craze.
So fentanyl is a whole nother drug, man. All right, you got look. The governor of Chris Christie of Jersey, he said our people are dying. We're losing 175 a day. So I'm no mathematician. But if they're losing 175 a day, and that's 30 days in a month, all right, and that's just from the opioids. We haven't even counted meth yet. Meth is another 100, what they say, 120, 125. Okay, now you got this fentanyl. Okay, then secondly you got, and thirdly you have heroin. All right, and then fourth you have the deaths of despair. So we can safely say that's about 400 Edomites a day, and that's 30 to 31 days in a month. Do the math. How the fuck are they the majority? They've lost the entire generation, and their biggest generation are too old to have children. This is it. This is the end. So no matter what you're going through, no matter how horrible it is, brothers, just hold on. Esau's messing with your money, got you up on some kind of charges, they corrupt ass law, they got you on child support. No matter what they're doing to you, man, their time is almost up. They won't even be able to sustain their law enforcement. They don't have enough numbers and enough people to do it. Okay? This is Job 20:5. The triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, which is shit. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All right, it says he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Let's go to Psalms 73. and 20. And it reads, as a dream when one awaketh, so, O Yahweh, when thou awaketh, thou shalt despise their image. And they are despised. And look at her, man. You know, if she ever had any beauty at all. And this is a young chick, because I kind of remember this video. And I don't remember if it, I'm kind of thinking it was one that I did and he may have responded to it. But I remember seeing this video, you know. But there it is, man. You're looking at Esau, man. Whose seed is she gonna produce? Whose seed is she gonna bring forth? All right, this girl right here will be dead soon if she's not dead already. Okay.
You know, it's really damaging you Edomites, man. You know what I mean? You Edomites, you're the new face of druggies. All right, you're the new face of debauchery.
And that's why they're trying to put forth all these laws to save them from criminal charges. They didn't do the same for crack, though. If you were addicted to crack, you were just a brute savage that needed to be locked away. You didn't get any help. You got thrown in jail, had to suffer through detoxing without any help, and probably would get in more trouble in jail and get a longer sentencing. All right? But so many of them are dying and getting in trouble. The law enforcement agencies in these rural areas are overwhelmed, man. And they're being favorable toward them and trying to give them treatment and all other manner of things, man. You know, but it's not working. It's not working. And like you said, man, you can roughly estimate, safely estimate, and it's probably a low number, about 400 a day, man. Ain't no way. And then they're talking about the Negro is about 13% of the population and been that way for 50 years. You can't believe anything that comes out of these people's mouths, man. They're finished, man. They're finished. The curtain is closing and the end credits are starting to play, man. All right, you're getting toward the end of this movie, the end of this story, which is the Bible, and the end is playing out, man. Revelation, you know, the wicked has been exposed, and now they're beginning to pay for all the wickedness that they have done, you know, throughout the generations, man. It's all starting to come back on them now. You know, it's starting to come back on them.
You know, you're the new face of the poor, the fallen, the downtrodden.
They're living in their cars.
And,
hey, I just watched a video about
beautiful, man.
About the homeless, and which I'm probably gonna do a sit down on, about the epidemic of homelessness in California, man. And in the video, it talked about doctors, lawyers, and engineers, man. These are people that make anywhere. Well, the doctors, you supposedly you should be making $100,000+ a year, man. An engineer around the same. All right, and a lawyer is making anywhere from depending on how good they are, from 60 to 100 themselves, some more. All right, and you got people like that living in their cars. Can't wait to do that sit down. All right. Let me read some of this. This is Job, the 18th chapter. All right, and I'm just gonna read through this and then, and finish it up, because I could go on forever and ever with this video. But this is Job, the 18th chapter, starting at verse 3. And I'm actually gonna do a sit down just on this chapter, all right, and read all the precepts that I have. It says, "Wherefore are we counted as beasts and reputed as vile in your sight?" Okay. He teareth himself in his anger. Look, and she tears up her skin and her flesh, because the drug she does makes her skin like crawl. She wants to, and she starts scratching at herself. Okay. "Shall the earth be forsaken for thee? Shall the rock be removed out of his place? Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down, and all the nations and his own allies are coming against him." And they're drawing up battle plans for the Middle East right now, which means that Chip has to come, because they're drawing up battle plans, and World War III can't break out, the final destruction, until the chip is mandatory. They try to issue it on a mass scale, and a big skirmish, a big fight could actually help bring that on, because it can make everything crash. So it's all happening. All right. It says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet and walketh upon a snare. So all these books and the internet and all these things are exposing him and bringing it out. Because when you go to Psalms the 19th chapter, man, that chapter is talking about the internet. That was a future prophecy. All right. And this is how Esau got exposed, mainly because all these books and information has been shared via the internet that never would have passed back and forth between the citizens of the world without it. All right. This is the time that it was talking about. You know, now this new song and the doctrine of the Lord is going to the four corners of the earth, because what was pushed before was Cesare Borgia, Christianity, Serapis. That went to the four corners of the earth, and that fulfilled the prophecy of the destruction of the Israelites. The Lord didn't come. Look at the earth and when they came, when those Edomites discovered the Western world, it was a paradise over here. And now the Western world is ruined. So is the Caribbean, and then so is there over Europe, where they are. Wherever Esau goes, it's just a plague. Death and destruction follows them, man. All right. Says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. Now all his own policies and things like that are backfiring on him and catching him in his own snare. So with that, you know, I hope this was edifying and uplifting to those who need to be edified and uplifted. And a curse and destruction, and may more Edomites commit suicide and do drugs until they die and not have children. Let them fall. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Awashai Ba'Hashem Rakak Wadash Wa Abba Babal.